At the time, the Twin Towers were the only source of cellular reception for the city. However, during 9/11, all communication was lost. Imagine being this close and not having any connection to your loved ones.
White is used to playing alongside his brother. In fact, they've suited up together since high school. And while he likes having him by his side, that doesn't stop the competition. Coming up on WVU News, I'm Ashley Rogers, and I'll tell you about a group of Mountaineers who got a second chance at football and didn't take it for granted.
If you want to personally call a legislator to advocate, simply click on the attached phone script. Read it over, then hit call, and you will automatically be put in contact with your chosen legislator to fight for your cause.
Over 50 million people use online dating sites like this. And just by swiping to the right, you too could find your soulmate.
In Bob Huggins' 10 years of coaching, the men's basketball team have won a conference championship and have qualified for the NCAA tournament 8 times. And in those 8 times, the team has advanced to the Sweet 16 4 times and have made it to the Final Four only once.
The average binge drinker consumes 8 drinks in one sitting. This is more than the recommended limit for both men and women combined.
I'm Tessa Iglesias, and coming up, I'll tell you about a new app that makes advocating as easy as 4 clicks away.
Women and children spend 125 million hours each year collecting water. That amounts to 6 hours of labor each day per person. The water is used for cooking, cleaning, and bathing, things we have right at our fingertips and so often take for granted.
To use Spectacles, you simply turn on your Bluetooth and pair them to your Snapchat. Then, you grab the glasses and put them on. Press the button on the top left corner to record a 10-second Snapchat.
I'm Aaliyah Brown, and coming up on WVU News, I'll tell you how social media can help you find the love of your life.
So how popular is renting one of these zip cars? Well, get this. Every 6 seconds, a zip car is rented somewhere in the world. And it's not just about saving money, it's also good for the environment. Because for every shared car, there are 15 less private cars on the highways.
The Mountaineers set their sights for a 5th straight national title and hit the bullseye. Not only bringing home 5 individual trophies, they also set a new championship record.
3 of 10 Americans in the U.S. are on Medicaid, and in the past 8 years, the overdose death rate has nearly tripled nationwide, with West Virginia leading the list in highest number of overdose death rates. But one Montague County resident is thankful for a local drug rehabilitation center that gave him hope and help when he needed it most.
Self-driving cars have to recognize certain landmarks in a scene to navigate their location. Getting 3D models of cities will localize these cars by helping them recognize these landmarks and estimating the location of the cameras in the cars.
Clowns have been reported lurking in and out of wooded areas since they were first spotted in South Carolina in mid-August. But now this trend has grown, and clowns have been spotted popping out of the woods to scare people in all 50 states.
Of the 14 junior college transfers, 5 are currently on the starting lineup and have been able to contribute to the team in more ways than one.
The organization receives requests for a wide range of reading material, ranging from science fiction novels to self-help books. But they say their most requested title is by far the dictionary.
The Mountaineers were predicted by Fox Sports to go 4-5 in the Big 12 and 7-5 overall, whereas CBS Sports predicted a 50% chance the Mountaineers would come in 7th place in the Big 12 this season.
I'm Tessa Iglesias, and coming up, I'll tell you how our president uses social media in a way that no president has done before.
2001 was Rich Rodriguez's first year as the head coach of the Mountaineers. It was the worst season the team has had since 1978. However, in 2002, the Mountaineers turned it around for the biggest one-season turnaround in college football.
Although the United States is viewed as a progressive country, it ranks behind 98 other countries in percentage of women in its main legislative body, putting it behind nations like Saudi Arabia and Pakistan.
Reports predict that the number of people without health coverage will rise to 52 million in the next 10 years compared to the 28 million if the Affordable Care Act remains intact.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, there was a decrease in student visas awarded in its immediate aftermath after 9/11. In fact, between 2001 and 2004, there were approximately 76,000 less F1 student visas, just like these, that were distributed.
To combat tweets from Trump that may contain false information, PolitiFact.com features a truthometer that allows users to fact-check Trump and his tweets.
Shorts has covered over 1,800 yards in his Mountaineer career. with his longest catch being 53 yards.
West Virginia has the highest drug overdose rate in the country at 41.5 deaths per 100,000 people, which is more than twice the national average.
Driving is a multi-aspect task requiring mental alertness, visual and auditory processing, and hand-eye coordination. Opioids are central nervous system depressants, making drugged drivers equally as dangerous as drunk drivers.